wise man once said, the will to win, the desire to succeed,
What takes guts is to put yourself on the line.
the urge to reach your full potential.
A leader makes the way.
These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Success Resources is the world's leading events promoter of business, personal development, and wealth creation programs. For over 30 years, we've helped over 10 million people across 30 countries unlock their full potential. From North America to Europe, to Africa, to Asia, to Oceania, we are the key to your personal success. We open the door to the world's best speakers, such as Anthony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, and T. Harv Eker, to name a few. Praised by Donald Trump for being the world's best, we have over 500 events a year and access to the greatest thinkers, achievers, and motivators of our time. We guide you to the success that lies in every one of us.
But you will not discover your greatness in your comfort zone.
You have to have confidence in yourself.
We have never really truly reached our destination. There's always another level to strive for. Your best is yet to come. Success Resources, your learning partners.
Hello. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to episode 8 of Bitcoin Journey to 100,000. Bitcoin took a dip yesterday, but for those of you that are panicking, we are here to assure you that things will be okay. Yeah. Now, many don't know what's going on, and people are demanding answer. That is the reason why we are here. This is the reason why we are here to walk this journey together. We believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument for store of financial energy and the best tool for preserving financial wealth. Secret to success is to wake up early in the morning, work hard, and own Bitcoin. So welcome once again to Bitcoin Journey to 100,000. My name is Richard Tam from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be making videos tracking the incredible journey of Bitcoin to 100,000. So if this is a journey you're interested in and want to follow, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Generally tap the thumbs up button, right? And real quick, maybe forward this to your friend too, and click the notification bell, cling, so that every time we run a video, you are the first to know. Now, I'm delighted to bring my friends, Dr. Clemen to the program. I mean, he's also my teacher. He's an authority in financial investing and a well-known teacher to many thousands of people in the art of wealth creation. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Thank you so much, Richard, for such a warm welcome. And I'm so excited to be back here today, Wednesday, to give everybody some kind of a clarity of what's happening over the past 48 to 72 hours. I think everybody right now is kind of filled with anxiety as what you have described. And that's the reason why we are putting together this journey to the 100,000. This is a very, very important journey, and we are here to provide support. And thank you so much, Richard, for having me.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, actually, it's time to go shopping. I know Bitcoin and crypto market are in the red, and that is why the perfect time to go shopping, because it's a bugging that we have right now. Now, for those of you who are panicking and are here, we are here to assure you that everything is okay. But many people want to ask, why is it going down? Why is not 70,000 yet? So, Dr. Clemen, my first question to you is this. I heard that someone says that, especially in crypto, Bitcoin investing, when in doubt, just zoom out. What do you think?
Wow, this is a really fascinating kind of idea. Zoom out means basically you switch off, close your eyes, go to bed. But the reality is, this is the best time to pick up your wisdom. So I want to encourage everybody. I want to show you some interesting charts and present to you the ideas behind it, all right? So this is Bitcoin, and I'm looking on a 15-minute candle. So on a 15-minute candle, obviously, we can see the major slide now. that started all the way from 66,000. Boom, here we go. And then kind of hit a drop at 58,000 and the slide continue. Boom, here we go. The lowest possible price right now is 58,500. All right. So when you see a slide like this, first thing on our mind, you must condition your training to think about this. And I'm going to type it really big right here. You must think about the 10K candle. This is the glorious time to think about candle, the 10-day candle. Now, what do I mean by that? For every drop and every slide, you want to position yourself in such a way that, how can I make $10,000 profit in a single candle? So obviously, I will start from the bottom. This is the bottom at 58. I'll start thinking about what does it take for 58 to go back to 68. And if 58 goes back to 68, I'm making $10,000 per coin. Now, that is the mindset we should be in at this moment. So, of course, we are right now into kind of a shopping spree. And step one, if you have this mindset that every coin that I own, every $10,000 movement, I make a $10,000 profit. If I own 100 coins, that is $1 million profit. So everything goes by the multiple of 10, and you add 1 0, remove 1 0, and so on. All right. So we clear this up first. Step one. This is very important. Then step two, I kind of zoom out to the 1-day candle. Now, this is exactly what we went through. So for those of you who are in here for the riches, for the rewards, for the remuneration, but you're not willing to take a risk, then this game is not suitable for you. Because what I'm going to highlight to you is, hey, what is happening right now is no different that started in 10 October. I mean, right now is we just passed 11 November, right? So 10 of October to 11 of November, 1 month has passed, and this is what we've gone through. You have gone through this, you've experienced this. What is so different over the past 48 to 72 hours? What is so different? I mean, you've already gone through this journey before. So this is the moment in time. In fact, we are all excited. For those of you who are trained together with me, the 300 warriors, whereby we are all positioned since last Friday, we are looking for this dip to position ourselves for a really nice, beautiful price and to catch the final dip before the spike goes all the way to $100,000. Now, how does that happen? So we have gone through one very major event that was on last Friday, number one, and that is the Bitcoin spot ETF. It was officially rejected. And we should be counting our blessing in this moment. Why? Because the price did not dip. It did not crash below what I drawn in my red rectangular box right there. It did not crash, break through below. It was held within the red rectangular box. In fact, the candle was right here in this little hair right here. I'm going to show you this little hair. This was the tiny more drop on last Friday when Bitcoin spot ETF was officially rejected. Then, obviously, that was kind of absorbed in, and then on Saturday, Taproot upgrade went through successfully. There's no bugs, there's no downtime. Everybody were happy about it. And then this thing happened. This thing happened whereby the red candles, there's 3 consecutive down days of red. And it's going down right here to test 58,000. And many, let me tell you guys, many institutional players are aiming to buy at 58,000 at this moment. All right. So we are looking at Bitcoin right here. Then I show you a second side of the screen. What do I mean by second side of the screen? If I look at Ethereum, for example, Ethereum also went through this interesting slide, 4,700, and lowest possible price, $4,000. So Ethereum, we think about, okay, what does it take to move 1,000? Bitcoin, what does it take to move 10,000? All right. And I kind of squeeze out to the 1 day, and here we go. We are spotting a very unique opportunity. And this opportunity is, we are looking at this part here, previous high, and then we cross a line and we hit 4,000. So everybody right now aiming for 4,000 at Ethereum, Bitcoin aiming at 58,000. And that presents a final, I believe, a final last opportunity for entry. And for those of you who are brave-hearted, this is not the time to zoom out. This is the time to zoom in really big and get your favorite price, lock it in, psych up your psychology, and here we go to 100,000. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, the price of Bitcoin dropped, right, by 10% in just a single day. Everybody want to know why, right? Exactly why. Is it because there are news out there? Well, there are several news out there. Number one is the news that US President Biden has signed the infrastructure bill. The second thing is that there's also news from China. I mean, like they are trying to get rid of even some miner that is still mining in China factory. And then the third news is Twitter CFO comment that it's not the right time to invest in cryptocurrency right now. Now, we don't know which news contribute to the drop, but Dr. Clemen, so which do you think is the event or news that contribute to the drop of the price?
Oh, yes, this is a really fascinating question that, Richard, you are asking us and asking me in particular. Sorry. I want to highlight, I think the best written article is actually coming from the Straits Times. I want to give it the credit. And in this article is published on 16th of November. There was yesterday, kind of talk about Bitcoin and Ether falling amid broad crypto dip. So we're going to zoom in to three of the most important, I think, key points that were raised in this particular article. Number one, they cited the China continuing its regulatory crackdown. All right. So this is the part that I thought we have already decoupled from China, but news still coming up from China. But I'm going to read this article with a twisted mind. So let's focus on this first red box, all right? So let me read out to you first. The country will study the option of levying punitive power prices for companies that are involved in cryptocurrency mining. National Development and Reform Commission spokesman Meng Wei said at a press conference, all right? So this is the continuous engagement to crack down on cryptocurrency in China. But we know the bigger agenda. The bigger agenda for this first red box is President Xi or Emperor Xi has survived. Right now, he's formally forever up into the history of China. He will have undisputed power. All right. So I think we call him the Sitata in China, and that's the reason why he kind of passed through one major key event this moment. The next key test event for the leaders, the highest leadership in China, is in the Beijing Winter Olympics, because there will be a 2 test case at the week of February 2022. Number one, the organization of the Beijing Winter Olympics will showcase China's ability to host international guests. Number two, more importantly for them, is the showcasing of the full rollout of the China digital yuan. Every guest, every sportsman, every athlete, every sporting officials, let me tell you, they'll be arriving in Beijing, they'll be transacting using the digital yuan, and just with a simple touch of the phone, we call it peng peng peng, the money get transferred and they can go around buying goods and services. This will be the biggest marketing event for China rollout of the digital yuan. All right. So before that big rollout, nothing can distract from the beautiful peak of this bright shining beacon shining to the world, to the rest of the world. Nothing can take and overshadow this digital yuan. That's the reason why this continued crackdown will continue. I believe after the Beijing Winter Olympics, and when it comes to the month of March, and typically Chinese celebrate Chinese New Year for one entire month. So the entire month of February will be about the Beijing Winter Olympics, about the China digital yuan rollout, and about the Chinese visiting their loved ones, spending holidays one entire month. But I suspect, point number 3, from 1st March onwards 2022, there'll be a relaxation of rules. I want to make this clear, and that's on record. There'll be relaxation of rules, and you're going to see the winter season should be over. I pray hard, and I ask that should come to pass. All right. So we tackle the first red box as what Richard has asked me. And second red box, I'm going to highlight to all of us is the signing of the infrastructure stimulus bill, $1 trillion. This is unprecedented in the history of America. All right, it's a bipartisan, and on both sides, Republican and the Democrats coming together, push forward to have a $1 trillion deal. Now, 1 trillion stimulus deal, what does it mean? More importantly, for the world of cryptos, this is where kind of impose a broad crackdown on crypto industry. That is what China cracked down, but for the US, it's about regulation. They'll be putting in places like tax reporting requirements for digital currencies, whether taxing on realized profits or taxing on unrealized profits and all that. So that is already part of the deal pack in the $1 trillion stimulus package. And that's the reason perhaps they attributed this to the excuse why recently Bitcoin has started to dip. So that's number two, all right? So we got two, one is China, one in US, and of course, coming down, we are talking about correction. The language for correction is actually about profit taking. So this one, people are not talking about it openly because they were positioning their hash for the Bitcoin spot ETF approval. Right now, that event is a goner. No more in the pipeline. They want to move their money out. All right. So you can't stop people from profit taking and taking this initiative. So I'm going to highlight two other articles, kind of give everybody the right context to the current 48 for 72 hours, what has happened. And right here, China's warned state-owned companies about dealing with crypto mining. All right, this will continue rock and roll all the way until March next year. And of course, another attribution was actually given to the CFO of Twitter. As we know, Jack Dorsey is all about Bitcoin. In fact, he will drop everything just to go and support Bitcoin. But unfortunately, his right-hand man, the CFO, wanted to sing a different tune in the eyes of the public to exert some form of pressure or some form of influence over his CEO, Jack Dorsey. Now, to me, that is like a no-no. You don't sing a different tune with your bosses in the public domain. Now, he is doing this because he's feeling the heat as a CFO. CFO has to sign off. And this guy should just have a proper conversation with Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy. And for many traditional CFOs, they are not trained to take the kind of heat. And maybe that's the reason why he kind of blurted out his reluctance to invest company funds into cryptos. If he mentioned it, means it was already discussed. If it was already discussed, means it was not approved. Means somebody is exerting pressure on this point, but he's not going ahead and he wants to bring it to the public discourse. So this is very common when there's this internal disagreement, people bring out to the forefront to talk about it. But hey, he forgotten one very important point, and that is this. Twitter is not the first test case. Damn it, this guy is sleeping. The first test case about investing company funds into cryptos was actually enacted by Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy. Passed, done deal, multiple times, SEC endorsed, approved, done. So it's kind of silly. You already have a successful test case. You're not learning from the best guy out there, and you put out your reluctance. So I want to kind of dive in to understand, what kind of reluctance is really talking about into less volatile assets such as securities. He's in the wrong business. I mean, Twitter is what it is because it's volatile in nature. Information spread, diffusion of innovation spread by the milliseconds. And if you are running Twitter and you're talking about less volatile, something is not aligned right here in the brain. All right. So I want to highlight to everybody, really listen, discern, and interpret with wisdom. Sometimes what the professionals are talking about doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Right. So, of course, Square has joined the crypto bandwagon. And this is, of course, headed by Jack Dorsey again. And that's the reason why, we have a head honcho wants to drive it, but internal team kind of hesitant. And this comes out into the public discourse. So we kind of gone through three very important things. You know, Richard, we've gone through US, we've gone through China, we've gone through Twitter. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So you have mentioned some of the reason, but could this drop be a natural progression of Bitcoin journey to 100,000? Could this be a natural, because being volatile, you go up and down, up and down, up and down, but the direction is up, So could this be a natural progression of Bitcoin journey going up to 100,000? What is your thought, Dr. Clemen?
Wow, that's a great question, Richard. One of the companies I want to highlight to everybody that everybody is very, very familiar with, and there's no excuse for you or anyone not to know about this, all right? So I'm going to surprise and shock everybody right now. Dun, 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 dun. Let me set up my charts. Here we go. We are looking at the richest, the most powerful company on planet Earth today, and that's none other than Tesla. So first off, a big shout out and big congratulations to my mentor and to our great leader, Richard Tan. You are the proud owner of a Tesla. And since you're the proud owner of a Tesla, I need to let you see the entire evolution of the Tesla stock price, which is very related to our discussion here. Does the stock price goes up and up forever and it doesn't decline, just like the question on Bitcoin? Does it like a 45-degree linear kind of path? No. So I'm going to teach all of you a really classic comparison today, kind of shocked entire Wall Street. And for those of you from the crypto world, you may not be coming into contact with it. And that's the reason why it's important that you stay in touch with us in this YouTube live stream. All right. So step one, we are looking at a stock price of Tesla floating around $7 since IPO. And that was in 2010. 2011, 1 year, 2012, 2 years. For 2 years, it went flat at $7. All right. So this is a flat. And I look at the bottom, it's like 2013. All right. So I kind of move my charts up a little bit and you guys can see the bottom of the year very clearly. All right. So I'm going to start moving the charts to the left and see, holy moly, from 750, it showed up to $35. That's like 5x, 500%. All right. And that took place in 1 year, 2013 to 2014. And then we go further up, they move sideways for a little period because back then they were under pressure to roll out the cars, couldn't roll out the cars. And then you see the bottom, what has transpired. At the $50 range, it was kind of stuck from 2014 all the way to 2017, 3 years, no production, all kinds of problems about accidents, about, about the AI not working. And those were the flat years, couldn't move, right? And then you move a little bit more, holy moly. From $5, it shot up to $500 and it shot up to $1,200. So I'm going to bring up to you here, this is the $5. $5 to $500, that's 10 times right here. And then it shot up to $1,200. But for every movement, I trace with you, for every movement, is it a straight line up? No. There'll be ups and downs. There'll be ups and downs. There'll be ups and downs because the prices are a reflection of our mass psychology. All of our psychology add up is a reflection of the price that you see up here. That is the meaning of price. That's it. Willing buyer, willing seller. Everybody spoke about this common language. But what is the real meaning? Your psychology. What do you believe? You believe the guy going up or down, and you buy or sell according to your psychology. And we put all the investor psychology together. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the psychological stock price. So I got to continue right here, bam, and it went to 1,002. So it went through how many years just to get from the IPO at $5, 2010, all the way to 2020, 10 solid years. All right. Now I'm going to show you a second example that's going to shock everybody right now. This is the new competitor of Tesla. This company is called Rivian. And they started off IPO just like this week, last week. You get it at $100. And today it's trading at $172. Over how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days, it went up 70%. And the market cap of Rivian is bigger than General Motors. It's bigger than Ford. It's bigger than Volkswagen right now. How could this be a bloody startup? And they have only sold 100 cars to date. And they are bigger than GM, Ford, Volkswagen. How could this be? Right? So you take this into context to understand that in the world that we live in today, I take all this and bring a correlation back to what we see in Bitcoin. This is very, very natural. Extremely natural to see all this happening because it is a reflection of all of our psychology. But the climax of this price that you see in front of you right now, I mean, I'm looking at the price with you right now, this price. The whole world believes that it's going to go 100,000. But do you believe that it's going to go 100,000? Because this will come to pass. Because everybody already kind of cement their thinking. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy that it shall go to 100,000. And we can put forward all the reasons over the past 70 episodes of the YouTube we've done together, ranging from fixed supply 21 million, ranging from legal tender, El Salvador already adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender, ranging from the fact that there's a big Bitcoin spot ETF about to be approved, maybe this year or next year. So many factors playing into a single decentralized blockchain where nobody can control it. This is the only asset class in the world that gives you this offering. So to sum it up, you've seen the examples of Tesla, you've seen the examples of Rivian. Nobody goes up in a straight line. Along the way, there'll be beeps and dips and all the way through. But the big picture is what? End of the day, anything is possible in our era. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So this dip considered as a normal phenomenon on Bitcoin journey up to 100,000. Now, before I ask Dr. Clemen the final question, I just want to go through the chat. Of course, I want to welcome some of you from many countries, and also Mrs. M. Vida from Hawaii. Welcome, Mrs. Vida. Thank you very much. I don't know what's the time now in Hawaii, but thank you very much. And all of you who have been logging in. Now, I also want to address one question here by okay, let me see. One question here I saw about Gemini, right? It is from Soja Chong. Soja mentioned about depositing in Singapore dollars or US dollar to Gemini, whether you should deposit Singapore dollars or US dollars Gemini. Dr. Clemen, what do you think? But my own experience, before you answer, let me just, my own experience. I found that Gemini have only got, you can deposit Singapore dollars, but the maximum they accept is 20,000 for every deposit. So depending on the size of deposit, if you want to deposit a lot more, you got to deposit many times. But if you deposit Singapore dollars, know that in Gemini, the only pair is Singapore dollar is only two. You can only trade Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Because there's only two pair. All the other pair is in US dollar. So if you want to trade any other pair, you have to put in US dollar so that you can trade all the rest. That's my thought. Dr. Clemen, what do you think?
Well, I have a long conversation with Gemini yesterday, and in fact, Monday and Tuesday, today is Wednesday already. So the sad truth is this. On Friday, we traded together on Gemini platform. We kind of placed our order to get a particular price we wanted, and then the platform crashed. The platform crashed. The market price met our target price. Our orders didn't get filled. And then I asked for an explanation from Gemini team. Until today, they have not given us a written explanation why the crash happened, how come our orders didn't get filled, and so on. So this again is a second time I'm shouting out on YouTube to Gemini folks. Okay, guys, you got to back up, man. You cannot walk away from your responsibility when, you know, we are all excited, ready with fire off your trades and didn't get filled. Minimum, you should just send to all of us who got an open order a sincere apology. That your system is down, there's a bug issue, we can perfectly understand, but don't keep quiet about it. All right. So number one, this is the point about crypto exchange. If you are not, you know, responding fast to your customers, and I did it in less than 30 minutes, I move everything out. Now I move everything out because if we give you a window to respond, you don't respond. Crypto is super fast. And we're talking about not small money, we're talking about big money. Within less than 30 minutes, all my coins are out, boom, straight away, without delay. And that is the beauty that cryptocurrency has to offer, all right? So that's point number one. Point number two, according to the audience question, regardless of which country you're from, whether you're UK British pound, Japan Japanese yen, or Australian dollars, or Singapore dollars, doesn't matter. Please remember the basic foundation. When we trade, we always think in terms of US dollar. It must be a Bitcoin / US dollar or US Theta. Because if you're going to be thinking in terms of a domestic currency, for example, US Sing dollar, I mean, Bitcoin pairing with Sing dollar, or Bitcoin pairing with Japanese yen, or Bitcoin pairing with British pound, you cannot follow the news fast enough. Because everybody, when we talk about a chart like this, Bitcoin, $60,000 right now, you know what's going to happen to you? Oh, take out calculator, step one, 60,000 US, convert to Sing dollars. How much is that? You are too slow already. That's not the way to trade. Your mind must be centered thinking about what everybody is thinking about at the same time. So step one, it must be in US dollars. Then when you step two, when you send your money to the crypto exchange, in order to solve this mini problem for yourself, simply send it in US dollars. You can go to a money exchanger, you can go to the bank and instruct them, I want to send in US dollar so that the crypto exchange will receive in US dollar. Don't do the exchange of the currency at the crypto exchange because they are not your traditional banking institution. You do it first before you send to them, and that solves a lot of problem. All right. So I think we spoke at length about this particular issue. More about it is you look at the chart right now, you can straight away understand, okay, 60,000. But if you are thinking about Bitcoin Sing, let me show you what's the meaning of Bitcoin Sing dollar. Bitcoin Singapore. I don't even know how to show this out. Bitcoin SG price or something like that. Like this. How do you reconcile when someone talk to you when we are talking about $60,000 and you are thinking about $81,000? Oh my gosh. The brain cannot work this way. All right. You're going to misinterpret along the way in the heat of the battle. You're going to make bad decisions. So you cannot think this way. I want to encourage you. You want to do it the proper, really proper way. Follow everybody. Think about the currency that everybody talks about in newspaper. And you don't see newspaper converting, when we talk about Bitcoin 60,000, it means Singapore 81,000. Nobody talks like this in any of the media out there. So please solve it at the root problem. Yes, Richard, any more questions we need to tackle?
Thank you. So would you tell us which exchange you move your coin to?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So, in one of the, I believe it's the Monday YouTube that we done together, Richard, we kind of bring out, currently right now, there are only 3 crypto exchanges in the world that dominate the complete market share. And that's the latest data that just came out. And I'm going to name the 3 right now. Number 1 You have FTX.com, which is ranked number 1 at this moment because of the issues that Binance is facing. Number 2 is Binance. And number 3 is actually Coinbase. Then the rest of the players kind of wipe out already. Like Huobi is out, OKEX is out. These are all China-based crypto exchanges. Because of the crackdown, they're kind of out of the race at this moment. Now, we are very selective on the crypto exchange that we work with because there are 3 things that we need to test them out with. Number 1, how fast you withdraw and deposit into the exchange. So I just tested it. It's less than 10 minutes. For all my coins from Gemini, boom, deposited into FTX in less than 10 minutes. And that means that receiving wallet at FTX is sound. The next thing you need to test is, because if FTX, you can convert your Bitcoin to US dollar. And the US dollar, you can wire back to your bank. So I tested that part. And if you see the underwriting bank, when we are wiring US dollars, if it's Silvergate, you are in safe hands. All right. So I'm going to show you guys what is the meaning of a Silvergate. We talked about this stock price previously, and we kind of got really excited about it. The first time I mentioned about Silvergate, the stock price was trading at $100 per share. So ladies and gentlemen, from that $100, right now, it has already won up to $200. This is Silvergate, all right? And Silvergate has terminated their relationship with Binance, and they went to the other side of the camp. Right now, they are the exclusive banking for Facebook. When Facebook launches is a Novi wallet, and the upcoming coin, that is the Diem coin, everything in terms of movement of US dollars and conversion will be backed by Silvergate Capital Corporation. All right. So that is the test that we look for. What are the banks that are sitting behind it? And of course, between these 3 guys, Binance, we still, put out a notice that you should not be trading on Binance today because of so much uncertainties in the regulatory run-up. For example, for those of us in Singapore, you can no longer trade on Binance.com, all right? And then they kind of send out a confusion. You have to trade on Binance SG, and then Binance SG waiting for regulatory approval. So don't trade in an environment where you have so much what we call FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Don't put yourself in the environment. So if anything that disturbs you, move out already. So that is the beauty of cryptocurrency, and that's exactly what we did to the exchange that let us down, all right? Now, once we talk about the crypto exchange, then the next deeper level, we talk about the banks. Then the third level, next deeper level, is the array of coins that they offer you to trade on. So the array of coins is going to be big. In fact, in 2022, my company Spiking will roll out a whole array of products just on blockchain. And we are getting ready for this whole resurrection of DeFi, decentralized finance, including the works of NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And that is the new world order that's coming. We're going to bridge this gap between Wall Street and cryptos and create a seamless integration of data analytics that at any point in time, you can invest in the stock market, you can invest in the crypto market, and that's the vision that we have. So the array of products is super important, what the array of coins that they have. And on a final note, the only unique difference between a crypto exchange versus a stock exchange or a stock brokerage platform is this. Because crypto exchange is kind of still in a wild west transitory period, they are able to offer you like 3 times, 5 times, 10 times leverage. They call it futures trading. All right. Please, for goodness sake, I strongly discourage any one of you to use any form of leverage or futures trading. Please do not do that. Now, I've seen so many millennials fast and furious, but quick to die. They die at what? At the hands of futures trading, at the hands of leverage trading, whereby you can trade like 3 times, 5 times, 10 times of money. In my 20 years of investing, I've never used leverage at all. And that's probably explained why I'm still alive today. So I want to encourage you, don't touch that. Do not go to the dark side, because this is found in almost most of the crypto exchanges, a product known as margin trading, leverage trading, or futures trading. Yes, back to you, Richard.
Thank you so much for this advice. I read an article that just yesterday, more than $250 million was wiped out due to leverage trading when the price go down. So thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, last question for you, Dr. Clemen, is this: a renowned economist and chief economic advisor at Elon, which is a giant company, has disclosed that he has purchased Bitcoin a few years ago. He also reviewed that he saw his Bitcoin holding too early due to behavioral mistake. Now, he is none other than Elon, chief economic advisor at Elon. So what lesson can we learn from this man's action?
Oh, yes. This is a fascinating, Richard, because this is one of the smartest men on earth. All right. If not for his political lineage or heritage, he probably supposed to be the Fed chairman. All right. He's at the level of a Fed chairman already. So let's talk about Elon. Now, everything about this article just boils down to one word, and that word is called psychology. Now, let me explain to you the concept of psychology. You are looking at one of the smartest men on planet Earth right here, Elon. And how could someone who is so smart bought into Bitcoin so too early, looking to buy again, when he has access to first-hand information compared to the ordinary John Does out there? All right. The word, I call it psychology. And the problem with psychology is this: if you never done deeper search, foundational study to understand the birth of cryptocurrency, that will completely mess up your psychology. And I suspect this is the problem he went through. He heard about it. Somebody shared with him about it. He traded a little bit about it, but he didn't go deep enough. Deep enough to anchor his psychology and say, yes, I completed my thinking. This is my thesis about what is Bitcoin and what its future represents to my generations. And that is the reason why his psychology got messed up. And you see right here, he bought and he sold. So everything that we do in Bitcoin cryptocurrency, you can take and learn from this man here. I mean, at the end of the day, we are all just humans. How do we control this part about our psychology which relates to money? Is that, number one, we must really, really work hard to build on the education side of things. Get educated. Now, Richard and myself, we have over 70, 80 videos right now. I want to encourage all of you, go and watch from the very first video until today. These are really foundational. Because Richard asked me so many questions. I mean, it's like average 5 to 8 questions per episode. You multiply, let's say 5 multiplied by 80, that's like 400 over questions, 4 to 500 questions covering all areas of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So that's foundational. Then I could answer them because I already dive very deep. Not just talking about the concepts, theories, and strategies. I dive deep. I do the blockchain. I do the trading. I check every damn thing out there. No stones left unturned. And I could respond very fast. So that foundational education is key. Now, once you've gone through the foundation of the education, your understanding, and you accept it as the global truth, the Holy Grail, then the step 2 is execution. But most people stuck at execution. They enjoy watching the videos all night long, but they still haven't bought their first Bitcoin. And I'm talking to you right now. I'm looking in the camera as in you right now. So you haven't even bought the bloody thing. You're stuck at the execution mode. After taking so much information, and that's a reflection of life. Many times in life, we just stagnate. We got so much past experiences, knowledge, wisdom, formally educated, but taking the first step seems to be so hard. So how do you overcome the step 2 of execution? Hang out with the best or you die like the rest. We've given you all of you an invitation last Friday. Join me, become one of my 300 warriors, go to the battlefield and fight it out. And that's exactly what we did last Friday. So once you've gone through one battle, you're battle tested, you got scars, blood, go all over your body. Hey, you survived, you're a hero. So once you survive, you go to step 3. You become an evangelist, like Richard and myself. We are evangelists of this movement that we've so passionately preached to you 3 times a week, because we are an evangelist level already. And everything that comes to us, we know how to handle it. Because why? We've gone through step 1, step 2, step 3. And that's why being part of a community is key. And to sum it up, if you are not part of our movement, not part of our community, oftentimes you drop out, you go to the dark side, and you never come back again. So I hope you guys, can sense this passion that's coming from Richard and myself and be part of this movement all the way until Bitcoin breaks 100,000. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen, and thank you every one of you who are in this program. Secret to success is to wake up early, work hard, and own Bitcoin. There you are, episode 8. So till we meet you again on Friday, and have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
We believe that investing in our education
has the highest leverage and is the greatest equalizer.
Regardless of background, everyone can have the same opportunities in education.
We believe in doing what is right, not what is easy.
We believe in anything that is worth doing, we do it with passion and excellence.
We believe that happiness is the key to success.
If you love what you're doing, you're already successful. And that both success and failure are temporary, worth sharing about and even celebrating.
That said, we believe we have had our fair share of both.
Yay!
We believe that when the market is tough, we can be tougher.
We believe the best product should win, not the best sales pitch.
We believe that winners are winners because they don't quit.
We believe that the biggest sin is to make learning boring.
We believe in making decisions and owning our results.
We believe in innovation to continually provide value to all around us.
We believe that together, everyone achieves more.
We believe that real leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders.
We believe that we can learn from our competitors.
We believe that women work harder, do better, and are more committed.
We believe it's okay to be proven wrong.
It's okay to change your mind.
And it's okay to cry when you're having a really rough day.
We believe in giving everyone the benefit of the doubt.
We believe in always saying please and thank you.
We believe that if dreaming is free, then we should dream big.
And then working hard to achieve it.
We believe that if we have knowledge, it's our duty to pass it down.
We believe that we shouldn't teach something we ourselves don't believe in.
We believe it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
We believe in saying sorry and meaning what we say.
We believe in being high-tech, means adding a human touch.
We believe that no one has all the answers.
Not even us.
But we go find out and we learn.
We believe that learning never ends, and once you stop learning,
you start dying.
We believe that one person
or one great idea
can change the world.
That's why we believe in helping you grow and succeed.
And with your help, we can change lives globally.
We believe.
We believe. We believe.
Thank you for your belief in us.